Who decides what is reliable news? Hi, thanks for watching. Today is Friday, Fact Check Friday, and I have a very important story that deals with fact checking. You see, earlier this week, there was an article that was put out. Unreliable news sites, an index. It was an index of over 500 sites that were deemed to be fake news or conspiratorial or overly biased. And you may have heard about this, or you may hear about this in the media, but what you're going to hear is that someone put out a list and there were some conservative sites on it and that wasn't right. But that's not the real story. The real story is who put out the list. Okay? The list was published by Poynter. Now, you may not know Poynter, Poynter. They're a journalism school in Florida, but I know all about them because of my fact-checking series. You see, Poynter is home to the International Fact-Checking Network. They're the ones that certify fact-checkers. Snopes, factcheck.org, PolitiFact, all of them have been certified by Poynter, by the International Fact-Checking Network. In fact, if I wanted to become a real fact-checker, I guess, an official one, I could fill out some paperwork on their website, send them $200, and I could be officially a fact-checker as well. But let's see what that actually gets you. You see, this article that they put out, they gathered up all these websites that they thought were unreliable news sources, and they got these from factcheck.org and PolitiFact and different sites. They gathered them all together and they put out this big list. Turns out there were some conservative sites on it that weren't necessarily fake news, and they got so much blowback from it they just deleted the article. Okay. Now, I'll give you an example. They had Judicial Watch on this list, and if you're unfamiliar with Judicial Watch, they are a conservative website, but what they do is they take the government to court for Freedom of Information Acts most of the time, and they get the results and they publish those. They're a fantastic, fantastic website. I can't think of anyone more reliable than Judicial Watch. If you go there today, you can see an article about how Clinton emails were found at the Obama White House. Okay. Now, they found this information from a 2014 July Freedom of Information Act. They finally got that released, and they put out an article about their findings for that. This is important journalism, but you can understand how someone in the establishment left would like to label Judicial Watch as fake news. They're not. They're much better news than pretty much any site that I can think of. I think they're very reliable. But they were put on this list for partisan reasons. But here's the real story here. It's not that someone put out a list. It's that the website that published this list is home to the International Fact-Checking Network. And they didn't even fact-check it themselves. They just took it from other people that they certified, so it shows you how important their certification is. They trusted people like PolitiFact, and they just published this. And it was nonsense. Now, here's the real problem. When there was so much blowback about this list, they just deleted it. The article, you cannot find it on their website. In fact, if you go to their website, there's nothing on it to indicate that that article ever existed. There's not a statement. By the way, earlier this week, we put out an article that didn't meet our standards, and so we deleted it. That would be fair. That's what journalists should do. But oh no, not Poynter. They just deleted it. You would think they might have a statement on their Twitter explaining why they deleted a story. Oh no, their Twitter has no mention of this story at all. I think this is a perfect example of deceitful journalism. Deceitful journalism from a journalism school. It's really unbelievable. And it is an example of the state of fact-checking today. Now, so far, I haven't seen anyone else make these connections that is putting out this information. Now, I hope a big news outlet picks up this story, but so far, all I've seen are people whining that conservatives were put on a fake news list. That's not the story. The story is who put out the list. The story is that they're home to the International Fact-Checking Network. That's the story. And then the cover-up. The cover-up is they deleted it from their website. There's no mention of it on Twitter whatsoever. In fact, it's as if this never existed. That's the real story. If you like stories like this, please give this video a like, share it with other people. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have a great weekend. Peace. Help me reach my goal of 1 million. Make that 4,000 subscribers by hitting the like button and subscribing.